Somebody big just died, a musician, a singer, a dancer, an actor, an icon known as the Queen of Rock and Roll. Tina Turner is dead at the age of 83, and here to eulogize her is Mike North.
Aldo, it's good to talk to you, my friend. And another one, another one bites the dust. That means what it means. Dirt Nap City for Tina Turner, who, interesting, dynamic woman, documentary out on her that I've seen. I can't watch the whole thing because it's not one of those documentaries. Whenever there's sort of like violence involved and stuff like that, stuff I used to be able to watch, I don't need to see it, It's sort of like when you're a kid, you saw Lassie, rolling on the log, ready to fall off and never be seen again. And when you're an adult, you don't want to watch that stuff anymore, You want to watch some happy stuff. Well, Tina Turner was one of those happy ladies. I met her in 1993. What's Love Got to Do with It? She was at WXRT at the time being interviewed by, I think it might have been Tom Marker. I'm not sure. One of the great hosts they have over there. Dan Jiggets and I had just done a segment. We went to commercial, and the building, one side was XRT, the other side was Score. But where the Score side was, we had our kitchen and our pop machine and everything else. So it's a break. Well, as soon as I walked out the door, here comes Tina Turner walking down the hall. Beautiful lady. I said, "Whoa, how you doing, Miss Turner?" She goes, "How you doing?" She goes, I go, "Yeah, we do sports radio. I wanted to know if you'd like to come on." She goes, "I got an interview I got to do on the other side in about 5 minutes." So I did my head sunk, when you have the 5 minutes. I go, "Okay." I said, "You got time to sign something?" She goes, "Yeah." So I go into my office and I have a 16-inch clincher, clean, no marks.
Nice.
Clean.
Nice.
Brand new. It's in storage, just like the Jim Brown helmet. By the way, folks, thanks for we had like 12,000 views last week on the Jim Brown one. So this is another one. We expect big numbers, but Jim Brown was Jim Brown. Now, Tina Turner's going to get her numbers. But I saw her and I said, "Can you sign this softball?" And she goes, "Sure." Tina, best wishes, Tina Turner. Gave it to me. Never saw her again. I went back in. Jiggets had been sitting in. I go, "You won't believe what just happened." It was Tina Turner. Born Anna Mae Bullock.
She, and this was back, of course, in November of 1939.
Yeah.
She began her career with Ike Turner's Kings of Rhythm in 1957. And they had met when she used to frequent clubs with her sister. And she was interested in singing, and she approached Ike Turner, who was fairly not famous, nationally famous, but was a renowned musician. Yes.
Yeah.
Had a solid band. And she went up to him and said, "I'd like to sing with you." And he said, "Call me tomorrow." And I'll call you tomorrow. And he never called her back.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, they meet up again a week later. And just by happenstance, she ends up singing a song, and things just took off from there.
Yeah.
And
took off in several different directions, as we'll talk during the show.
She became the first female artist, the first Black artist to appear on Rolling Stone. So that was in November of 1967. So her career was taking off during the 60s when they released songs like A Fool in Love, It's Gonna Work Out Fine, River Deep, Mountain Deep.
When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, the only doll I've ever owned. Now I love you just the way I love that rag doll, but only now my love has grown.
Proud Mary, yes. All of these songs are really fabulous, and they worked together about until 1976, when, of course, it's pretty well known now that Ike Turner used to physically and mentally abuse her. What do you know about that, Mike?
Well, she kept coming back, and you know what? I'll fill in just a couple things here. You did a great job as usual. She was 83, and she was a citizen. She renounced her citizenship in the United States in 2013. I don't know the reasons. Who knows? I know she went through bankruptcy because of Ike Turner. She got abused countless amount of times, including when she basically had known the guy just a couple weeks. He hit her in the head with a wood a bar or something like that.
Yeah.
But she thought she could make it work. She loved the guy more than maybe thinking she could make it work. They had two natural kids, sons, and she basically still remained active from 57 to 2023. The deal was the best thing that ever happened to her was Ike Turner. At the beginning, taught her a lot about the business, taught her how to be a front person, give full credit where credit's due, brought her under his wing, was dating another woman at the time, had a live-in girlfriend, another band member tried to get on the road. Gee, this has never happened before with bands. Tried to get in her room. He protected her because he was drunk, the guy. He slept with her that night.
Ike did.
Yeah, Ike did. And that whole thing turned into the worst thing that ever happened to her. But then the worst thing that ever happened to her turned her into a superstar. Because she wasn't a superstar, Tina, in the 50s. She was coming around. She met Phil Spector. Phil Spector did Do You Love Me? My Oh My. That's a Phil Spector song. That's a Wall of Sound song. Phil Spector, God bless, out of his mind. But one of the great, when I say this, great producers who ever made any record. Because he made the Ronettes sound good. All due respect to Ronnie Spector, I love her so much. But when you listen to Ronnie Spector or you listen to Tina Turner with the Echo, they sound twice as good.
Yeah, it's true.
Ronnie Spector was a decent singer. You'd see her on some shows where she'd have to sing live. It's okay. Tina Turner was different. Tina Turner. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah. Somebody died.
Again? I told you it was money. Money in the bank.
Sorry.
No. By the way, speaking of money in the bank, without the Cumberland Chapel's funeral home, folks, we couldn't do this. We tried to move the spots around, tried to make them for when you watch at the beginning, when you watch it. But you know what? You got me. You got Eldo. We know Cumberland Chapel's funeral home right there in Lawrence Avenue. Okay? You can't miss it. 8300. I mean, they take up. I mean, it's a big place. You have plenty of room. Chapels. There's nobody. I mean, you know, you go to some of these funeral homes. I used to go to the Montpau ones. You know, there's 20 people in there, and you're up on the ramp. You know what I mean?
A little tight.
A little tight. Somebody's having dinner in the place next door. I heard the dishes one night. I opened the door and awake. Apartment. Oh, it's not like that here. Not like that. And then you go to Pennyville Station, but you go to Pennyville Station Restaurant, 112 Main Street in Park Ridge anytime you want.
Anytime, yes.
Anytime. The food's great, great vibe. Friends I know been there recently, friends of this program.
Mm-hmm.
Our views are going up. I'll be visiting them soon for more. You know what I mean? They're not going to get away with this forever. This kind of thing.
Yeah, they're both great.
Thank you to them, man. And if Tina Turner lived in Chicago, she probably would have been laid out there if she's going to be laid out. So we thank all of them. Now, she has a sister. She has a daughter-in-law, Althea Turner. She's still got family around. Eugene Bridges. She was listed as active from 1957 to 2023. But I will tell you this. I saw her from Holland in 2009. I just watched. And she was 70.
Wow.
And you know, she used to be a one-woman show. She'll go out there. She'll compete. She appeared. I just watched another one with Elton John, Mick Jagger, Eric Clapton. You know, she used to get involved in We Are the World, all that other charitable stuff there. But I saw her, and she was once the leggings come on.
That's right.
She wore the leggings. She had the high heels. Half her leg was showing. The calf down. The wig was looking, but she was starting to, just get a little bit older.
Sure.
Don't forget, this woman was thrown around rooms after shows, not
Yeah.
during shows. Okay,
Right.
She had a tough go of it for a while. But it's also the way that she put on her shows early, from the 50s on, took a toll on her legs. There's no two ways about it. But when you put the leggings on, I think not far after that it's over. I had to tell my mom that. She goes, "You just put them away last week." I go, "Mom, it's not happening anymore." Okay. Now we have fun with this, but we also have to talk like we did with. I thank you for the personal message, the direct messages, the whole story. We give out the whole story with her. So, I think Tina Turner was a big story. It had. I don't know how when he died, but when she made her success, that had to be. Find out when Ike Turner died, because did he see all that success? I think he might have died 2007.
Wow.
So how about this? You're Ike Turner. You're down on your luck.
Yeah.
And you're seeing this woman at Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000 people, man. So
amazing.
It just turned around for her.
Yeah.
Travel too.
So she was successful on her own. And in fact, she was quoted as saying, "I'm more successful than Madonna in Europe, but in the United States, Madonna's more successful than me." But it was in the 80s when all of a sudden she had one of the greatest comebacks in the United States and globally, when she resurrected her career with the album Private Dancer. And that just took off, hit songs, millions of albums sold. One of the, that's really when I started to seriously pay attention to her and saying to myself,
the second time around.
Yeah, she's a fabulous artist. And I remember her performance in the movie Tommy, the rock opera with the Who. Yeah, she made a number of movies, and she was really, really good in Tommy. And then later in the Mad Max Thunderdome movie, she had such an edge to her and that incredible voice. And as you were saying, when she danced and moved around, it was electric, no doubt about it.
Yeah, to see her just with the leggings left, with the high heels, and just to be rocking back and forth while there were younger girls dancing around her. That's what she used to do. But her voice was so good. The great ones, what's great about seeing great musical artists compared to seeing sports players, I think golf is the exception. You could see Arnold Palmer tee off, or you could see Nicklaus tee off, even at their age. But I just think that baseball players, when you see them at old timers games, half of them are 300 pounds, And you see a singer, okay? Like, I don't care. I'll give you Elvis. He was this big. And he sang better than he ever sang. He was on his record. And the same thing with Tina Turner. It don't matter. The movement was part of the show. What really I concentrated on once I saw her is her voice. She had a strong voice, and it was strong as ever. What's Love Got to Do with It, I think. And You Better Be Good to Me is my favorite. Not the most well-written song. I counted one time. They said "You Better Be Good to Me." I think 730 times on that song. They say face to face, and you better be good to me. First lyrics I ever memorized. She was married to Ike Turner and Erwin Bach, who was a promoter of some kind. So very religious, gospel singer, gospel roots. They say early success, 1960, 1965. We didn't know she even existed. I mean, at that time, you got to remember the Ronettes we just discovered, Phil Spector, we just discovered the Beach Boys, the Beatles, especially 64, 65, but more. I mean, the Supremes, Motown, they were starting to get their gear. So she came back at the right spot. So Eldo, I don't know if you have anything more to add. I mean, once again, we did 26 minutes on Jim Brown. I mean, that and our plan's always to do 15 to 20 minutes, but you can't with these icons, especially when you're this kind of age. Her personal life got better. She had kids, one Raymond Hill, one named Raymond Craig, and the other one with Ike Turner. So she had kids. That's why she tried to keep it together. She lived in a chateau. She had homes in London, Los Angeles, and a villa. She renounced her citizenship in 2013, and she took a test, mandatory citizenship test. She had to have advanced knowledge of German. She had somebody do this for her. Okay, I mean, she became a Swiss citizen in 10 seconds. Okay, but God bless. She became a Swiss, but she's still American-born, ladies and gentlemen. I had a lot of respect for her. So
yeah,
and it's weird. Go ahead.
I'll suggest her autobiography. I've taken a look at it over the years. I didn't read it from start to finish, but her autobiography really captured all of the challenges that she faced and how she overcame them. And then that led to the semi-autobiographical film, What's Love Got to Do with It, which was released in 1993 and became a box office smash starring Angela Bassett as Tina Turner. Yeah. It's fascinating life. Tina Turner, you talk about a survivor. She was, and it's a shame that we've lost her at the age of 83, but she will not be forgotten by her fans. That's for sure.
And she's going to be hard. There's going to be, the bar's been up. Whitney Houston's gone. Don't forget, Tina Turner's doing a lot of this when Whitney Houston's running around, too. I mean,
yes, great point.
Natalie Cole, Madonna. I mean, she battled with not only the men bands, but with the women. So to Miss Anne Marie Bullock, R.I.P., of course, to Tina Turner, who was born November 26, 1939, Brownsville, Tennessee, died May 24th. And maybe you can say a little prayer for Tina. Because, man, that music, I'm watching movies. I watched a Jack Lemmon movie yesterday. He's been gone a long time, but he's alive every day. And the same thing goes with Tina Turner. You just go to YouTube, say, give me What's Love Got to Do with It. She'll sing. Go look for the live version of her in Holland. R.I.P. Another person I met just once, like Jim Brown, gone. And I was honored to meet him.
Indeed. So to friends, family, and fans of Tina Turner, we send our condolences. And if you want to watch any of our previous Somebody Big Just Died episodes, just go over to the Barroom Network YouTube channel and go to playlist, and you will see a listing of all of our previous episodes. And for Mike North, I'm Aldo Gandia. We'll see you next time.